this project Shazam, we had some challenges and we took a risk. And that risk is, as we were developing this a few years ago, the challenges and the struggles that we were having and that was gnawing at my gut is that we were trying to tell two origin stories in one script. So for those who know the comic books and the mythology of the comics of Shazam, knows that Shazam is connected to Black Adam. Black Adam is an anti-hero or villain who I cannot wait to play. I've been developing this, and it's been with me in my DNA for over 10 years now. We should start shooting that in about a year. I'm very excited about that. But anyway, the challenges were, as you guys can imagine, you're trying to tell two very big origin stories in the world of comic books of this DC universe. Two very important characters trying to tell both their origin stories in one script. I didn't think it was working. Finally, I called up Warner Brothers, Toby Emmerich, my good buddy who runs Warner Brothers, and I said, brother, we have to split these stories and make two different movies. He said, you know what, it is a great idea and let's do it. So we rolled the dice, and because you never know with these things, and I did feel in my gut that out of respect to both origin stories, and those who know the mythology and the backstories of Shazam and Black Adam know that they are vastly different backstories. So again, we rolled the dice. Here we are. And it's a big success.
All right, so you just heard it. The Rock says Black Adam is going to start filming next year. And it's been 10 years in the making. He's been waiting 10 years to make this movie happen. He said that they were going to do like two origins in one movie, but they decided to split it into two movies. So now Shazam got his origin with this Shazam movie, and now we're going to get a Black Adam origin movie. And then they're probably going to come to a head in some epic way. I personally think it would be a nice little homage to BVS if they set up the movie like that, like Shazam v. Black Adam. I think that would be a fun way to do the marketing campaign. Do it the same way as BVS. I think that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, confirmed from The Rock's mouth himself, they will start filming next year. So that's pretty awesome. But now let's talk about the box office for Shazam. It's been in theaters for about 2 weeks, 2 weekends, and it's just about to make $100 million domestic. It's over $200 million total, and yeah, there's no way it's going to reach $1 billion. A lot of people were being very optimistic when they said this movie was going to reach $1 billion. I always thought that wasn't going to be the case because a lot of movies are coming out. It's not like it's by itself like Captain Marvel, Brie Larson's Captain Marvel movie was. It doesn't just have the theater to itself for like weeks. Shazam has probably like one more week until Avengers Endgame, and Hellboy's out right now, and Pet Sematary. There's a few different movies that are out right now. I was hoping it was going to get to around 500 million to 600 million, and I don't even think that's going to happen. Like, it's definitely going to get a huge hit when Endgame comes out. So this movie might end up finishing around like 400 million, which isn't like a huge failure. It isn't a gigantic success that it could have been if they released it up against Captain Marvel, right? If they released it the same day as the Brie Larson movie, I think Shazam probably would have won that matchup, and more people would have went to see Shazam instead of Captain Marvel. But they decided to wait and release it at a very bad time, where they don't have a lot of time before, a big movie comes out like Endgame. But the good thing is Shazam didn't cost a lot to make. It costs a little less than $100 million to make, and with marketing and everything, it probably costs like, 150, 200 million total. That's probably all the money they've put into this film. And if they can make, 300 million plus on it, then they'll be in the profit margin, and they'll consider it a success, and they'll move on to the next film, which is going to be Joker, which I'm sure is going to crush the box office when that comes out, because that's coming out at a time where not a lot of movies are coming out. So that has potential. But yeah, Shazam, it's made over 200 million. It's definitely going to reach 300 million. It should get close to that 400 million. I'd be surprised if it actually got past, that. If it got past 400, 500 million, that would be a huge shocker because, it only made 25 million over this weekend. So it's definitely not a juggernaut right now. And when Endgame comes out, it's kind of going to end its theatrical run. Which, kind of sucks. Because Shazam, it's not a bad movie. It's not my kind of movie. But it's clear that it's an entertaining film for the whole family, It's a nice little film. And it deserves way more than what Captain Marvel made, right? Because Captain Marvel was just a bad film in general. It just wasn't good. This Shazam film is actually an entertaining film. With me, it ranks pretty low with all the other DC films. I would put it just above Suicide Squad, but that's about it. I like Aquaman better. I like Wonder Woman better. I like Man of Steel, BVS better, obviously. But I understand why people would like Shazam. And it's only a good thing if DC movies do good, because that means we only get more DC films. And eventually, they'll put out a Green Lantern film. So that's what we're all fighting for, right? But it would appear that Shazam has done well enough that they are going to start filming Black Adam next year. That film's going to do great because The Rock just draws people in. People love to see The Rock on screen. And after that movie, they're going to have a big head-to-head fight between The Rock and the Shazam family and some big epic movie. And I'm sure a lot of people will see that. So, as far as an origin film, Shazam has done fine. It's going to do fine. It's set up the world in Shazam in a good way. Makes it easier to build off of. People liked this first Shazam movie, so people will show up for the sequels. They will show up for Black Adam. And it is a success. So, yeah, that's it for now. Comment below. Let me know what you think of Shazam's box office. Are you excited for The Rock to play Black Adam? That starts filming next year, which is going to come faster than we can imagine. So, yeah, that's it for now. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.